Hey there, Work Series, you're back for a LEGO video, and today we have a really exciting one. This is my 2022 edition of my LEGO Misprint collection. And to my knowledge, this is the world's largest LEGO Misprint collection, possibly in the world. So, without further ado, let's start off with these three Captain America shields. As you can see, there on the star in the middle, there is a little bit of doubling. You can see there, and there too. Not the most noticeable, but definitely a misprint. Pretty cool. Moving on next are two bags of mismolds. These are different than misprints because there's like a defect in the mold rather than the printing. And there are 31 of these construction worker lady helmets. Some of them, look, the hair is red, same color as the helmet. Others are a lot different than that. So look here. I don't know if you can really tell. The helmet isn't finished, or other ones, the hair isn't finished. And some of them look like there's chunks taken out of them, like that one there. That's just a defect in the mold. I'm guessing this part, they couldn't get the mold right. And it's probably because dual molding, and I guess when they made this part, dual molding was somewhat relatively new, so they couldn't really get it to work right. And then here, here's some more mismolds. There's like a dark bluish gray body. The bottom looks like there's a chunk taken out of it. There's also this parrot, which I really think is funny. Just the head of the parrot. The whole body of the parrot's like missing. Also, there's like a hammer here, with like a hole in it, and there's a bat here, like the parrot's just the head of it and a little bit of wings. There's a beard here, but it's only like half of it, and there's some lipstick things. Also, they're supposed to be dual molded, but just look, here's just the gray bottom part of one. I don't know if you can really see. There's this gray bottom part of them. There's two that are all red, and one that's all magenta. It's supposed to be, the bottom half's supposed to be gray, and then the top half's supposed to be like magenta, pink, or red. But that's really cool. Now for the whole case. So we'll start off here in the bottom left part of the case. The first one up is this Anakin Skywalker head. As you can see, there's only one eye on it. It's kind of creepy. This is the scar, and there's the pupil of the second eye. But obviously this isn't complete. A lot of these misprints aren't complete, or there's like shifted somewhere. But this one, as you can see, isn't complete. There isn't even the lips and the second eye, obviously too. And also some other minor details are missing. Behind them is a character from The Simpsons. I forget who. And as you can see, the eyes are missing. They aren't even there. So that's the misprint there. Behind that are 6 clone trooper, forgot what kind of clone trooper, helmets, but as you can see, they don't have any printing on them at all. In front of that are 12 bomb squad helmets, from the Clone Wars, but as you can see, they don't have printing on them either. Here are some Pong Krell legs, also from the Clone Wars. But this is supposed to be on like I think it's medium nougat, or one of the nougats, I can't remember. But they're on white. That's the mistake here. Also up here there's some more Pong Krell legs, but as you can see, they aren't finished. See, look, and these are different. See, here there's some dark orange printing there, but here there isn't any dark orange printing, so they're slightly different. Those are also from the same character. Down here are 33 unfinished 501st Clone Trooper legs, the original kind, not the newer kind, the original 501st Trooper. And as you can see, they only have the blueprinting there, and nothing else. This is by far the most of any kind of misprint I have in this whole collection. And it's also from a very rare minifig. These legs probably aren't cheap. None of these are probably, any of these misprints are cheap, but especially these because they're already from a rare character, and they're misprint, and that misprints go for very high amounts, sometimes ridiculously high amounts for what they are. Down here is a First Order Clone Trooper, and as you can tell, most of these are Star Wars misprints because that's my favorite theme. And what's wrong here, there's like a smudge of printing on the top of the helmet. I'm not sure this is really a misprint, it might have been a Sharpie, but also there's a tiny bit right there, I don't know if you can tell, on the grill or the front part, I don't know what it is, there. Right next to it is a 501st Trooper Jetpack Trooper, and you can see there's a smudge of paint there that shouldn't be there, above that red part above the visor. And you might be wondering, hey, what's this 1x1 plate doing here? Like, how could that be a misprint? No, they're never printed. And as you can, I don't know if you can see, there's a very slight strip of dark tan here, like right in the middle there, and that I believe is a marbled piece. And there are marbled pieces that are tended to be marbled, but this part was never marbled, and so this make a mistake that they got a little bit of the wrong color in the when they were putting the color into the plastic. These are really rare, but this is a really good example. I'll show a picture of a better example on the screen right now. And yeah. Moving next to it, I forget what these legs are supposed to be, but as you can see, they're unfinished. They aren't detailed as much as they should be. I forget what they're for, but you can tell they're unfinished. Next to them are two Yoda heads that don't have any printing at all on them. It kind of looks creepy because their eyes are just blank and it's kind of creepy. Moving next to them is one of my favorites in this whole collection, this monkey here. And they messed up so badly on this. Like, the printing for the face is on the stomach somehow. Like, I don't even know how that made past any inspection they do, or do they even do any inspection whatsoever? Like, this is the most noticeable misprint in here. Like, if you just saw it on a conveyor belt, like, oh, that's a misprint, take it off the belt. Like, I don't know how that made it past inspection or anything. Here are a bunch of Boba Fett legs. This one here also, that looks like it has almost no printing, is very unfinished. You can see there's only a little bit of the metallic printing on it. But here are two stacks of very, very minuscule errors. See, look, on the toe, there's printing that shouldn't be there. Like, very, very small. You barely notice it, especially in camera. And those technically are misprints, but they won't go for much because they aren't really that much of a misprint. Also, here are the same thing, but this color is the wrong color for the legs, which is actually pretty common, at least in my collection. They had the wrong color legs, but this is that black part is there too, and it's the wrong color for the leg. And here are a few more, and as you can see, especially in this one, this is probably the best example, the knee pads aren't finished. They're like kind of not there. Like this one too, pretty good example. All these, everything's good except for the knee pads. Here are some, like I was saying before, the color. One of the legs is wrong. Here's the Chima legs and some Ninjago legs. As you can see, these two are the same, and this one's the same as that, but it's the opposite leg. That's the wrong color. And here is also one of my favorites. This crocodile or alligator, can't tell. Head, as you can see, like the eyes are red, but there's supposed to be like black outlines around it. But like maybe wondering, did they forget to put it there, or where is it? It's right here. I don't know how this is even possible. That is so weird. The printing is supposed to be around the eyes. I don't even know how it's possible to print it like upside down there. That's like, how? How is that even possible? It's so weird. Weird. And then here are a bunch more animals. They're just unprinted. There's like a panda, a seal, like a dog, dogs and a cat, like a poodle and a pug, a hamster and a bunny, and two geckos, chameleons. I'm sorry. And there's also some gorilla face masks. They're supposed to have some black printing on top of the blue, and these don't have any printing at all. Moving up to the top, here is also one of my favorites. I think I have 5 favorites here. Is this First Order Stormtrooper, which is completely messed up. It's printed on the side. So look, it's printed that way. It's supposed to be printed head on. And if you look at it head on, it looks like it's shifted than which it is. Really, really cool misprint. I also don't know how this one made it past inspection. It's like very obvious to spot. Here is some more legs here that are either unfinished, like this one, and this gray one here. That's the same Ninjago print as this one here that I just went over. This one's like a construction worker, someone. It's like this green leg is supposed to match the navy blue like the other ones, and this swamp monster or something. I forget which leg is actually correct because they're both green. This one's the regular green. This one's like a lighter green, if you can tell. And then I don't know what this leg goes to, but one's red, one's green. I'm assuming the green one's correct. And then behind here is the same thing, but it's unfinished and it's the opposite leg. That's the wrong color. Here are 5 of these Chima heads, but they're in the wrong color, I believe. I'm not actually sure about these. I think they're supposed to be in a different color than that, but I'm not certain. Also right there's a swamp monster, but it's unfinished. It doesn't have like the black details like this one does. Right there, behind the heads and the helmet that I'm gonna get to in a minute. And then there's another Chima legs there that the black, I believe, isn't supposed to be there. It's the wrong color. Here is a Poe Dameron helmet, but as you can see, it doesn't have any printing on it at all, even though it should. And there's a lady with a visor on it, but the visor is supposed to be blue instead of gray, and then that's what's wrong with it. Here are some sort of pilot. I'm not sure what this goes to, but here you can see like this chrome that's supposed to be only for the mask. It's like smudged everywhere, and then this even is on this one here. It is even on the neck down there. Kind of cool. And then some don't have any printing for the mask. And then this one here has some smudge on the top there. And then some also there. And on the back, it's kind of weird. This face and then this face on the top are different than all the others. I don't know what that's all about. Okay, then here is some sort of soldier's hat there, but it's supposed to be in black, but it's in red, right there. And behind that is a clone trooper body, but I don't know if you can really see on camera, but there's a horizontal line around in the middle. If you look on any other Phase 1 clone trooper body, it isn't there, so I don't know why exactly that's there, but that's what makes it a misprint. That's why it's in this collection. Here are 5 Chima helmets, but as you can see, there aren't any printing on it, and there's supposed to be printing on it. And then they're the Pong Crow legs I went over earlier. And here are some Lego, I don't know what these go to, a minifigure heads that, as you can see, aren't completed. None of them have pupils at all. They just have little white dots there. I don't know why that tan looks different than all the others. Some have eyebrows. One has like a stubble beard, and it's kind of creepy that they don't have any pupils. Moving on, here are some, I believe they're the same pilot heads as these, but they're in the wrong color, and I think it's like unfinished too, some of them. And then here are some Qui-Gon Jinn. I got it wrong in another video. My previous version of this video. I called it Obi-Wan, but someone corrected me. It's Qui-Gon, not Obi-Wan. And here, and as you can see, they're in the wrong color. They're red, and also they're unfinished. Right behind there, they're unfinished and they're in red. These ones are finished. These ones here are finished, but in the wrong color. Here are some more legs. I'm not sure what they go to, but as you can see, the gray there is incorrect, isn't the right color, and it's the same thing here. Just even the hip pieces there is also gray. Here is I believe the same legs as the one next to it. It's just it's unfinished. And behind there are 3 heads. There's a zombie, there's a city guy, and another city guy. As the bottom one is the zombie. It's supposed to be gray, like the one on the top, but it's in green, which actually looks pretty good for a zombie. Or both colors do. But it's in the wrong color. And the other 2 are supposed to be in yellow. But one's in, I forgot what kind of blue that is. That kind of looks kind of weird. And the gray it's also supposed to be yellow, but it's in light bluish gray. And behind that are some Spider-Man heads, 6 of them, and but obviously they're supposed to be red, but they're in yellow in this case. Behind that are some Fireman legs, but they're wrong. They're not finished printing them, and as you can see here, they didn't put the pockets. I believe there's some hip printing. I'm not sure about the other ones, but I know they're incomplete or not finished printing. Here's some Gamorrean Guard legs, and this one is incomplete. You can see it doesn't have like the outlines on it. Same thing here, but this one also doesn't have any of the tan printing. This one here, I believe it's supposed to have some hip piece printing and some more, on the bottom of the legs there. And in front of them is this other Chima one that's incomplete. There, I can see. And then next to that is Vernon, forget his name from Harry Potter. I always forget his name. And then, but as you can see, it doesn't have any pupils. It just says white dots there as well. Next to that is a Stormtrooper, and as you can see, the front grille, the gray printing there, is shifted up. So it's supposed to line up, but it doesn't in this case. Here are, these aren't Greedo, these are walled heads, and I'm guessing they had a trouble with the printing here, because these are very common, at least for this part, the eyes to be shifted off. See here, they're more shifted off, and I put the ones that are more shifted off in the front. The ones in the back still are shifted off, but not as much. And moving here are, oh, I forgot this one. There's a Joker. It's supposed to be, the heads are supposed to be white, but they're in olive green here. Here's some more Chima heads. They're incomplete. The beaks are missing, and the eyes, the detail too, is missing. Here's a clone pilot. Here, that's doesn't have any printing on it, even though it should. And here is my fourth favorite, or top. They're not really in order, but one of my top 5 favorite misprints here. As you can see, the black detailing is off from the yellow printing. The yellow printing is where it should be. There's the black one that's shifted off. You can tell by the other side, if I can get it off. So the other side's perfectly fine. Then the black's off. Then the yellow's where it should be. Here are 2 more incomplete legs. Pretty cool. And then behind it is Kit Fisto. As you can see, it doesn't have any printing for the eyes. I think there's also some brown on the side supposed to be there. And here are 3 more. Here's a 2/12 clone trooper, Princess Leia, and B1 battle droid, a Kashyyyk or AAT driver. So the first one here, the thing that's wrong is like there's some gunk or something in the mold. So this hair is supposed to be like have some like design on it, but as you can see, it's completely smooth. It's like any other smooth piece. It's like as smooth as like the top of these or any like the top of this helmet too. But it's supposed to be like have designs in it. I think you know what I'm talking about. And then behind it is a 2/12 clone trooper. I was at Brick Fair, Virginia, 2021, and the guy had this for a great deal. And as you can see, the grill detail, just like the stormtrooper here, is the grill detail is off. You can't really see on camera, but the gray, or actually I think it's the black that's off. And there, it's just the helmet that's messed up. And then here is a, this actually wasn't sold because it's a misprint. It was just sold like with other ones. I also got it at Brick Fair, Virginia, along with some of these bomb squads and some of these, or all these actually. But here is just, it's from the same store as these, but it was just sold with the other one, the other Kashyyyk battle droids. Technically they aren't Kashyyyk battle droids, the AAT drivers. It was just sold with the other ones. Like they were overpriced too. And like, oh, this one's a misprint, I might as well get it, even though it's overpriced for just a regular one without a misprint. And as you can see, like the top there is shifted kind of to the side. And that is my 2022 edition of my Lego misprint collection. The complete count of all of these is 282 misprints. I believe that is the world record for the most Lego misprints possibly ever. Or at least in one collection. The value, as of the value of this, as for the value of this, I would think at least $2,000, $10 each. I'm sure some, like this one, would go for more. Some, like this one, would probably go for less than $10. This one too, probably less than $10. This one here, probably a lot more than $10. Anyway, really hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.